Randall Hughes with God Glorified, commenting on our Bible reading today from 1 Kings, beginning in chapter 20 and going through chapter 20 into 22. I think maybe mostly just 21. Okay, we had a verse or so from 22. Some amazing things in here about God, because Ben-Hadad challenged God. God responded in Israel's favor twice. Neither time because of Israel's righteousness, but God gave them victory over a multitude twice. The second time it was specifically because they said God is not a God of the valley, he's a God of the hills, the God of Israel. And so God responded and God gave Ahab 2 victories that he should not have had. And then God put Ben-Hadad the king in a place where he could have killed him. Ahab could have taken his life, and he did not. And so just some amazing things there. And how and why he spared him, it's hard to say. And so they went 3 years, and during that span of the peaceful years, it was that Naboth's vineyard was by the palace of Ahab, and Ahab began to covet it and determined that he would take it for his possession, or Jezebel determined it. And he took the life of Naboth so that she took the life of Naboth so that he could have possession. And then God sent Elijah to tell him, and the prophecy of Elijah, that the dogs would lick the blood of Ahab at the same place they licked the blood of Naboth. And then that Jezebel, the dogs would lick her blood by the wall of Jezreel. And so some amazing prophecy. But then God bringing him and saying, there's not going to be a male child of yours, that will survive. I'm going to cut off your house. And then Ahab humbled himself. And because Ahab humbled himself before God, God in his mercy, one of the most wicked kings Israel ever had, if not the most wicked. But he humbled himself, and God gave him space and said, I will not bring the judgment upon thee in thy lifetime, but in thy son's life. And so just some amazing, amazing truths about the mercy of God. I want to share with you, and I don't know if you've read it or not, and or even what to make of it. I don't know that I truly fully grasp everything I know and understand about it. And I'm just going to give a very high-level brief book report off the top of that deals with the story that we're dealing with right here today. That several years ago in the United States, there was a president. His name was Bill Clinton. During his presidency, all the various things about it, there's some unique things that Jonathan Cahn, who is basically a Jewish rabbi, but a Christian, I guess, Messianic Jew, I guess you could call him, and he has quite a following, quite a bit of books that he's written. The Harbinger was his probably the one that put him on the map, and but he had one called The Paradigm, and if I'm remembering correctly. And in this book, The Paradigm, it tells a correlation between Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Ahab and Jezebel, and it is absolutely crazy, all the things that correlated to this man and woman in the Bible between Bill Clinton and Hillary in our world today. All the way, it's just amazing. And so I don't know how much, I probably want some of the things that's amazing is probably be after that she's been killed, after Jezebel's been killed, but I'm just planting a seed. And so if you haven't read that book, you might check it out. It's an interesting read, and it's amazing some of the correlations. One of the correlations was Naboth was killed over a vineyard, and there was a man that the Clintons were in business with in the savings and loan. Seems like it's what it dealt with, savings and loan or something along that lines. And it appears that they were accused of killing him, died suspiciously by suicide, and his name was Forrest. And something about the name of Naboth and Forrest, there's some correlation in that name. Also, Clinton had a chance to take out Osama bin Laden and did not. Just like in our reading today, Ahab had a chance to take out Ben-Hadad. And so there's some amazing, absolutely crazy, uncanny parallels. There's even more than what I've just shared with you. But anyway, God is on the throne, and He's in charge of it all. And it behooves us all to seek to walk humbly with our God and try to follow Him with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. And that is where I want to live. Not like Ahab, who was mainly wicked but occasionally had a repentant heart, as in today's reading. But I want to live with a repentant heart. I want to walk before God with a life and a heart that is pleasing to Him. And I pray that you do also. God bless you.